Number 1. My house isn't like other houses. At night, I can hear noises that others don't have to deal with. Many nights, the sounds are faint, almost non existent, but occasionally the sound becomes amplified to the point I cannot ignore it. This is one of those nights, and it's driving me crazy. I can hear scratching, clawing, whimpering, and even chains rustling, and an echo permits through the walls of my home. I try not to let the noises get to me, but I can possibly sleep, or cannot possibly sleep, with all this activity going on. I've been seeing shows on the paranormal, and the residents of those homes have different methods to drain out the sound. They put in earbuds, sleep with the television volume up, and some are just too spooked and leave the home altogether. But my situation is different. I just can't ignore the sounds. That could lead to some big problems. I can't just abandon the house. That would raise too many questions. I will have to try and evaluate the noise situation the same way I have in the past. I stumble out of bed and make my way downstairs to the source of the noise. I open the basement door and flip on the light. One more sound tonight, and I am taking your other hand. I return to my bed, and I can feel the grin forming as I shut my eyes. Finally, peace and quiet. Number 2. So let me just start by saying I'm not, nor have I been, a believer in ghosts. Last week, I told a tiny staycation just to give myself some ease from the real world. I packed my refrigerator to the brim with food, liquor, and beer just to ensure my absence from the world. I even picked up some of the herb from one of my buddies. I was all set. I got home, set my alarm system to arm stay, and was ready to begin. So, to start my mental rejuvenation off, I decided to roll up a cigarette off the stuff my buddy sold me and meditate on some Rick and Morty. A couple hours, or maybe days later, started hearing noises. Thought it was a house setting, but damn, it was loud. As the noises continued, I was starting to think I was smoking and was laced, and began to panic myself. I dismissed the thought, knowing that my childhood friend wouldn't do that to me. At least, not without telling me. I went to the kitchen and grabbed a beer. I figured I just needed a beverage to balance out my chi. While walking to the kitchen, I noticed the noises stopped. I figured I just happened to be sobering up a little. I grabbed a few, sat down, and turned on the PlayStation headset and began to blare music. Snipping fools, I was in my own world again. It wasn't until I got up to grab more beer that I noticed the kitchen light was on. It bothered me a bit, but I was high at the same time, and things happened. I grabbed my beer, took a shot, turned the light off, and headed back to the couch. I was starving after I finished the beers, and had just finished a game. I headed towards the kitchen and froze when I realized that the light was on again. So I slowly walked towards the switch, which was located on the wall outside the entrance to the kitchen. Fear took hold of me when I looked up. All of the cabinets and drawers were wide open. At that moment, the noises started again, but this time it didn't sound like the foundation settling. It was full on banging and stopping. At this point, I had enough. I grabbed my keys and ran towards the garage. I didn't stop to think about my alarm system as the speak box started screaming. I got in my car, pushed the button to open the door, and pulled out. For a minute, I just sat there looking at the house when the front door swung open. I waited to try and get a glimpse of imagination in the darkness, a tall black shadow appeared in the doorway and then crossed over. It began to take form in the moonlight as he walked down the street, got into his pickup, and drove away. Number 3. I live in Massachusetts in a town with a lot of history dating back to the 1700s. Because of this, there are several paranormal entities that are infamous with the locals and even more old houses and factories that look like they'd be creepy. I'm a 19-year-old college student who goes to school in New Hampshire, and I just returned from my second semester of freshman year. So right before the semester started, my mom, older brother, and I were all out shopping for out back to college supplies. We decided to grab some lunch, so we stopped at a restaurant and got some food. We like to talk and debate about things in my family, so over the food, we got on the topic of ghosts. I was kind of iffy in my belief and in them, but my older brother, I'll call him Paul, did it, and my mom, who was usually a pretty skeptical person, also did. My mom started telling us her ghost stories. The first one was this. You know the old Parker Hill house? She asked. Yeah, we lived there until middle school, we replied. Well, you know how your grandparents leased it out to us. Before they owned it, it belonged to your dad's great aunt. When she died, it was given to your great grandparents. Yeah, we knew that, we said. Well, Paul, when you were first born, you would wake up at night, or sometimes while you were playing, and say you saw an old white lady sitting in the rocking chair. Clearly, we didn't remember this because we were very young, so we were freaking out. But apparently my sister also said stuff about her. I was the only one who didn't mention her, but my parents weren't concerned about it at all. They told us how my dad's great aunt really liked him and would watch him for hours and play with him. They think that it was just her staying in our old house with the family's new generation. Honestly, it was pretty creepy